Welcome to Sinbin Stream. Today we have UFL football. The DC Defenders at St. Louis Battlehawks. Both teams 2-0. Unfortunately, ABC didn't have the San Antonio Brahmas at Michigan Panthers. That game has 44 seconds to go. We're going to see live right now if they're going to have it on ABC. So fingers crossed. I have no idea why they didn't have the first game. I saw on Twitter that at least somebody from the Michigan area had it on in their town, but we shall see. I'm going to edit in the tags, and we're crossing our fingers here that we are going to get UFL football here at 2 o'clock on ABC 7 Chicago. Now we join the following program already in progress. All right, what does that mean? This better mean the football game is on. Okay, good. They're showing the end of San Antonio, Michigan right now. I was a little concerned here. 40 seconds to go. First and 10 from their own 38-yard lines. Back to pass. Throws to the right. It's only up to the 40 and out of bounds. All right, so we are getting the game coming up. I was a little concerned here, and I will keep you up to date on the game in progress as we get prepped for the game coming up. I'm assuming they're going to hold the kickoff. Back to pass, looking, throws left, incomplete, bringing up 3rd and 8 from the 40-yard line. All right, come on. Trying to do these tags to get more viewers here. Sports, none. All right. And apologies to any long-time Sinbin Stream followers. I am not going to do the Wolves game at 3 p.m. I maybe will flip over it. Back to pass, 3rd and 8 from the pocket. Steps up past the 40, running. Picks up the first down at the 48. Clock rolling with 20 seconds, and they're out of timeouts. So they're going to have to hurry up here if they have any chance. I guess the clock stops until... Oh, we do have an injured Michigan Panther, so maybe that's why the clock stopped. And I will keep an eye on... Keep an eye on the stats for Defenders Battlehawks there, the live game stats. Wade Phillips. Sorry. Wade Phillips, the head coach of the Brahmas, was ill today, so he's not coaching, in case you didn't see that game live. I can't remember how many. How did I get so few tags on this one? Did I? What the heck? Huh. Okay, looks like we got a penalty on the offense coming up. Let's see. Live reactions, watch party sports, watch along pardon the sports, old school, football live. Okay, am I not live? I should be live. There we go. I was just checking, man. Football live. Reaction. UFL, American football, tackle football, DC. Back to pass, throws to the right, to the 40-yard line, maybe the 41 with 17 seconds left. Down by 3. American, okay. DC Defenders at St. Louis Battlehawks. Oh, I can put the names of the teams in full. I didn't do that yet. DC Defenders, St. Louis Battlehawks. Back to pass, throws to the right, near the 35-yard line, tackled in bounds. They're going to have to hustle to spike the ball. 10 seconds, clock rolling. Trying to get it in play. Receive. Okay, they spike it at 3 seconds left. Can't type Battlehawks. Alright. I still have way more. How do I have more? The kick is on the way. It's no good. That's the way the game ends in Michigan. Didn't see how long it was. Apologies. Was getting ready. Alright, I guess we're good on tags. I'm thinking I should have more tags than this. St. Louis Battlehawks, DC Defenders, Washington, DC, oh, Defenders. I'm still way short, but that's alright. Alright, I'll be right back. They should be joining the next game real quick. Alright, well, at least we will have this St. Louis game. I was a little worried, since they didn't show the first game of the doubleheader, that we might not get it. Maybe some of the ABCs figured it was better ratings or better money to just have, paid programming instead of UFL football. I'm not sure what the decision was there. They're still interviewing. Oh, they're interviewing DC Defenders right now. Alright, we should be ready to go. About set for the kickoff. Alright, from the 30, the Battlehawks are kicking off. It's 2:08 p.m. Central Time. Both teams are 2-0. Big game early, only in week 3 of this UFL 2025 season. Alright, we are waiting for the kickoff. Here's the kick on its way. Taken at about the 3, returned on the right numbers between the hashes out to about the 31-yard line. 14:55 to go. in the first quarter. So exciting finish to the early game that at least not too many people, if they were relying on over-the-air antenna and not, what do you call it? Apologies, ESPN Plus, and the hometown Michigan Panthers won by 3 over the San Antonio Brahmas when the Brahmas missed a field goal at the gun. Handoff up the middle, goes nowhere, but we have a flag on the play. Yeah. What's the clock at? 14:51. It was a no gain, and we have a penalty. They haven't signaled yet. They're still discussing who the flag's on. You could have gone until 2:15. You didn't have time?
I was done.
Okay. We had a false start or maybe an illegal formation. So it should be 1st and 15 back at the 31-yard line, I believe. We'll see once they get the play-by-play going here. We'll scroll down here. Alright. There's the kick return. Yeah, I wish I could do their thing and this, but let's... Okay. There's the snap. Handoff. Gets maybe 2 to the left side, and we have another flag at 14:23. This is why the clock rolls after incomplete passes, because of challenges and the many flags that are thrown. Until the 2-minute warning, then the clock stops on incomplete. Offsides on the defense, so it'll be 1st and 10 again, since they only got 2 yards. Let me back that up a smidge so it's not running into the banner. There we go. Alright, Fred Case, Kaiss. He is the DC Defenders offensive coordinator. Yes, 2023, last year and this year. Alright, from the 31, 1st and 10, 14:07, clock rolling. Snap, handoff at the right hash mark, gets snuffed out. He lost probably 4 yards. Under 14 minutes to go. That ground game is going virtually nowhere. Now they took the time down. I'll put 13:55 for now.
4 yards.
What do they have here? Nope. See, they fell behind. I'm going to hit refresh. All right, 13:35. Yeah, 2nd and 13. Throw is batted down by a lineman in the
I
backfield.
think the guy who tackled the running back.
Bringing up 3rd and 13 at 13:31 before they roll the clock again. Yeah, see, their stats online fall behind, so refresh. We got the kickoff, we got the first 2 penalties, that's why it's taken them a while. They don't have the clock up to date, so I will just update it verbally or on the screen. 13:07, 5 seconds on the play clock, in shotgun, with a back to his left, snapped right before. Throw over the middle, and he's going to be 5 yards short. Nope, 6 yards short at the 35. Number 88 on the catch. 12:50 to go. And we have a punt coming up for DC. No, it's early.
Fake.
Alright, they're showing the replay. It was to 88, about the right hash mark. Number more. Oh, I should look up the...
Juke or hurdle.
Oh, that's right. Jordan Teamu is the Defenders quarterback. I forgot that. All right, back to punt from about the 24. Returner at the 17. By the numbers, he returns it for maybe 5 yards to the 22. We'll see what they call that. Oh yeah, Jordan Teamu. All right, so let's figure out who the Battlehawks. Is it Manny Wilkins? I've heard of him. Yeah, I remember that name. So Manny Wilkins at QB for the, let's get the time. For the St. Louis Battlehawks. Alright, they're still showing highlights. I gotta update the clock. Okay, 12:11 to go in the first. Wilkins in the huddle. Wilkins Jr. in the huddle with the rest of the Battlehawks. Punt was for 49 yards by Brooks. Pearson returned it from the 16.
Battlehawks on the first.
So they got a 5-yard return to the 21. It's not the 21. That looks like the 23. It's the 23. 1st and 10. Shotgun. Handoff up the left hash. Gets out to the 26. Gain of 3. Bringing up 2nd and 7.
The Battlehawks won their first 2 games by combined, scored 57-15.
Oh, so they've been blowing out. They're,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any of their games yet.
It's a combined
Defenders, I saw one of their home games.
Huh?
I saw the Defenders win. All right.
Versus the,
I forgot.
I think it was week 1. You did.
Michigan, maybe. All right.
Yeah, Michigan.
Under center, receiver to the left, the one that the right comes in motion. They toss it to number 2, who gets stuffed way back at about the 17. Big loss.
Like 18.
11:26, clock rolling. 3rd and long, or is it 2nd? I
No,
forgot
3rd.
already.
3rd.
3rd and long coming up. 26 made the tackle. He wasn't buying the fake handoff up the middle. All right, 11:04 now. 2 receivers to the left, 3 to the right, or the bottom. 1 receiver in motion to the backfield. 3 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking, gets the ball tipped. I don't know if they're going to call this a fumble or incomplete. If it's a fumble, the defenders got it, I believe. The refs are going to gather. They seem to be signaling a fumble, but obviously they'll probably review this. Yeah, they're giving it to the defenders. Oh, I forgot to put the ball thing up. I'm sorry. Yeah, defenders. Did I say? I thought I saw it said Battlehawks.
No, you said defenders.
All right, got to put the asterisk up. 10:45 to go.
There's a guy open over there.
Did it
No,
fall off his
no.
hand? Should that have been incomplete?
I think that should have been incomplete.
Yeah,
Look.
he came forward. Yeah, but he whiffed on
Oh,
it.
it's true.
It's a closed hand. I'm sure they'll review it. Maybe even St. Louis says it's worth challenging. Clock stopped at 10:45 to go. St. Louis is favored by 6.5 points. The over/under is 39.5. I think they already reviewed it. No, the ref hasn't marked it, and the play clock is not rolling yet. Okay, it is. It's defender's ball. Jordan Teamo in shotgun. 2 to his left, 3 to his right. And we got a stoppage. Maybe they rang down and are still talking about this play. All right, we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah, because the play clock was over rolling.
Yeah, but he was the ref had like signaled that. All right, let's see if we can get a official's timeout. Okay, well, it's still defender's ball. I missed what the stoppage was for. Yeah, I'm just gonna put the play-by-play up here because they don't. All right, in the shotgun with the back to his right, 1 receiver to the bottom, 2 to the right or the top. Rolls to the right, throws back left. It's almost intercepted. The guy got maybe one hand on it. They were trying to do a screen to the back. Yeah, Wilkins fumbled, sacked. Let's see. It doesn't say who forced the fumble.
It's almost picked.
And it doesn't even say who got the. Yeah, I said that live. 32 got one hand on it.
Yeah,
Maybe. I think he got some fingertips.
like 4.
All right, we'll keep refreshing the play-by-play. Passing complete for Moore McKinney. We have 2nd and 10. Moore hyphen McKinney. 10-14. Back to pass. Throws right into the end zone.
Ooh,
And
that could be PI.
looking for DPI, but no flag. And we got 10:07 before they mark it back in play.
It looked like he did tug his jersey a little on the defense.
Well, they could challenge, but they have a 3rd and 10 coming up.
But yeah, it's
Under
not-
10 minutes to go now, as they're still in the huddle. DC ball. 9:50. They break the huddle. 9:47. 2 to his left, 3 to his right. Shotgun, back to throw. Teamu throws right into the end zone, wide open, and he missed him in the right corner. Number 12. Bad throw by Teamu at 9:37, and the defenders will make a field goal attempt, assuming. DC punted first, right?
Yeah. Probably could have jumped for that, but
St. Louis.
could have jumped, but
Well, he got turned around.
true. Matt McCrane, 7 for
Matt
8.
McCrane for 30 yards, 7 of 8 on the season. Thank you. Right down the middle, 9:06, 3-0 DC.
Oh,
9:06.
Take that 8 for 9.
Yeah, thank you. That was Sinbin Stream Sun number 2 on the color commentary. Thank you for the pitch in. Alright, it'll be St. Louis ball provided they don't fumble the kickoff. And we'll say DC field goal up. Put in the 30-yard field goal off of the turnover. There we go, up to date. Alright. Let's take a quick look around YouTube or Twitter, maybe. Is this guy showing the second game? It didn't. Yeah, okay, it's behind. I'd rather do over the air. Okay, interesting. Yeah, JG9's got 54 watching. Good for him. Oh, we can move the helmet back a little bit. There it is. And the football up. Bart Starr jersey. Green Bay Packers number 15. Thought we'd do a little throwback with the throwback logos again too. I'm a Green Bay Packers fan. I think I will stream those games in the fall. Definitely the preseason. Well, you know, I almost think I'd rather watch regular season, but we'll see. Maybe I'll start streaming football. It's a tough territory with like Tom Grossi, Brandon Perna, and JG9. Everybody, you know, doing games. So we'll see. All right, we'll check Twitter later. I think they're just about back from commercial. Excuse me. All right, well, not sure why ABC 7 Chicago didn't show the first game, but I'm really glad they have the second game. That's the one I wanted to stream today. Apologies again to any Wolves fans that were going to tune in at 3. I'll make an announcement at 3. At least on Friday night and Saturday night, people are looking for defenders, or I mean looking for UFL football. Not sure about Sunday afternoon. Tomorrow night, 6 p.m., we have the Blackhawks at Montreal Canadiens. Again, 6 p.m. Central here on Sinbin Stream on YouTube. And on Tuesday at 6 p.m., Hawks' last game of the season at Ottawa to take on the Senators. That game is also 6 p.m. Central. And then Friday we'll have the UFL game on Fox at 7 p.m. Central. So tune in, chat, comment on the game, anything you feel like. All right, 9:06 to go. We're getting set for the kick from the 30. By the way, NFL kicks from the 35, they really do need to move it back to the 30 again. Then they don't have to worry about getting so many darn touchbacks, maybe. Here's the kick away. It's going to be taken at between the 1 and the goal line, returned to between the left hash mark and the numbers, and hammered down inside the 25, but I believe it's a DC penalty. So 9:01 to go in the first while we await the result of this penalty. And instead they're going to talk about all access, about a locker room, what's going on in the DC locker room. We'll make that St. Louis's locker room. As we wait for the call. Alright, come on. I get the all access, but can't we at least decide what the penalty call is here? Are they gonna... Yeah, see, they don't even have the play-by-play updated yet. 9:06, it's actually 9:01. This is week 3 of 10 in the UFL. They're talking to the Battlehawks coach. Alright, 1st and 10. They get the ball at the 24. They must have picked up the flag, I guess. That's where he was tackled. I thought there was a penalty. Handoff, I got fooled. It goes nowhere on the right hash mark. Loss of probably 1 or 2 here. Both teams struggling to run the ball early on. They had 8:50 and clock rolling. They're talking about betting. Which I get everybody's into. I personally am not, but they're not even showing the clock ticking or anything. They're showing this ESPN reporter. We got 8:30, 10 seconds on the play clock. He's lined up under center. He fakes the handoff, fakes the end around. He's going to get clocked and fumble the ball. 87 falls on it at the 11-yard line. So 3rd and long as the DC defenders are, really putting a hurt on, who is it again? Manny Wilkins early on. I swear, I think the Packers had Manny Wilkins in training camp. Big hit by 48. Let's see if they've updated the play yet. All right. We got 7:45. 3rd and 23 from the 11-yard line. 7:40 at the snap. He completes it to the back, up the right sideline. Oh, and he just steps out. 7:40 and now 7:31 before they mark it back in play. And 4th down, likely a punt coming up here. Wilkins dumped it off to the back out of the backfield, and they ran it up the right side. It was Sailors. They misspelled it in the play-by-play. I swear the back of his jersey said S-A-I-L, and the play-by-play has S-A-Y. All right, 4th and 6, 7:07 to go. Back at his own 13-yard line, ready to punt. Oh, shoot, I missed the guy's name. Apologies. Under 7 minutes to go in the first quarter. Still waiting. I thought it was a delay of game, and I think it is. Jeepers. 6:49 to go. Battlehawks sloppy at home early. Defenders took advantage of a fumble and got a field goal out of it, and the Battlehawks fumbled again, but they recovered, and now they're going to be likely punting here. $6:49, 4th and 6 is not right. I'm assuming there was a penalty. I'm sure it's going to be 4th and 11. Still waiting. All right, let's refresh this. All right, back at. They called a timeout. They avoided the penalty. Okay, there's the punt. Back inside the 15, now at the 9 by the time he got going forward. Returned up the right side and out of bounds. Pushed out hard. About the 25 with 6:37. Good punt. So St. Louis was able to get a timeout before they got the delay game penalty on the, that's why they were taking their time. UFL, the DC leads in sacks 8 and tackles for losses 14. Interim head coach replaced Reggie Barlow on March 23rd. Shannon Harris. Alright, let's see if they got the punt up there. Jordan Teamu back out for the DC Defenders. That was, oh, did they not update the punt yet? Oh yeah, 63-yard punt for Hofrichter. Decent return. Alright, from the 26, back to pass. Caught by 83 near the 35, about a yard short of a first down. 6:28 to go in the first quarter. Wow, threw that, the guy covering the other receiver just missed it. And they missed the snap. Looked like probably a run to the right side, just short of the first down. We'll refresh. So third and short. Clock rolling at 6:04, and we'll get a 5 update. 5:58. They break huddle. They're calling it 3rd and 1. And they have a 2-back set. Not sure on the formation. They run it up the left hash mark. Enough for the first down. 5:36 as the clock continues to roll. So we'll say 5:28. 1st and 10. 5:23. They break huddle. Play clock rolling. Teamu in shotgun, 3 to his right, 2 to his left. From the 38-yard line, shotgun, back to pass, looks right, throws right sideline, caught but out of bounds. Great effort, but didn't get either foot in. Throw was a little high. Yep, caught out of bounds by 14. Good effort, but ball was way out. All right, we'll refresh real quick. 4:42. .433, snap, back to throw, looks right, throws long, at the 20, tackled, is in for a touchdown at 4:23. DC is up 9-0 now. What a pass from Jordan Teamu. Wow. Here's the replay. He was under center, faked to number 4, so it was play action. Threw from the left hash mark, past the right hash mark, hit 19 in stride, and as he was getting tackled at the 2, he was able to roll into the end zone. Coverage was a step or 2 behind. And what a play. They are lining up for 2 points from the 5. Oh, I'm sorry. TV says 3. No, it's 2 points from the 5. Back to pass. Teamu incomplete over the middle. So that's where we stand with 4:23 to go in the first. So a touchdown. St. Louis will get the ball back provided they don't fumble the punt. Alright, let's see what we got here. The touchdown, Teamu to Scott for 62 yards. Is that right? I don't remember what the line of scrimmage was. I guess it is. So early 9-0 lead. Commercial break for ABC. Okay. Am I like showing live for this? It would really be nice if on YouTube I came up too. Alright, live. Let's see. Come on. Okay, he's got. Yeah. Let's see. Well, it'd be nice if I showed as live, but I don't know. Come on. Alright, well, maybe I can do something to my tags. There's still that commercial. Oh, but I don't know what I did. Alright, yeah, I guess it was from the 38. I thought they were further up the field. Alright. Now, are we going to kick off or what? Let's see. UFL. Let's see. Are we going to get that kickoff or what? Alright, kick is to the left sideline here, near side. And taken out of bounds, not very far. At 4:19 to go. In the first. St. Louis ball deep in their own territory. First and 10, 4:19, St. Louis ball from their own 24-yard line. Okay, it was a longer return than I realized. Here's the snap. Handoff right side. Loss of probably 1 to the right side. 4:13 as the clock is rolling. Can't get the ground game going. Neither team is really running the ball too well. Under 4 to go now. 3:55. Clock rolling. Blake Williams, DC Defenders defensive coordinator. They're showing. They're still waiting. From the 23, 2nd and 11, back to pass, looking, rolls to his right, steps up, runs into a lineman, rolls to the left, and is tackled at about the 20, and his helmet came off. So Wilkins struggling. Great. They took it down while they showed the replays. This is going to be 3rd and long. 3rd and about 14. Yeah, Sailors lost a yard. 3:07, clock rolling. 2:59, we'll say. 7 seconds on the play clock. Snap, back to pass, looking, throws left. Intercepted by the defenders at the 29. Terrible throw by Manny Wilkins. 2:46 to go, and the defenders look to be going up big in the first quarter here. All right. 2:46 to go. 1st and 10. Should be about the 29-yard line. Michael Ojemudia, cornerback number 5, I'm assuming had the pick. Let's refresh the the 30. Okay. Where are they marking him? At the 27, actually. Incomplete to number 14 on the right. 2:42 until they mark it back in play. 2nd and 10. Alright, so 27-yard line, I guess. 2:30, clock rolling. They're lined up with 2:25 to go. Here's the snap. Handoff left. Hash mark. Gets a few yards. Bring up about 3rd and 6 maybe. We'll see. 2:12. Clock rolling. Let's refresh the play-by-play real quick. Yeah, Teamu pass incomplete. 2 minutes even. 3rd and 6. From just inside the 25-yard line. They got to get to the 17. Back to pass. Looking right. Throws. Incomplete. At 1:47, bringing up 4th and 6. And with a 9-0 lead, looks like they'll probably go for a field goal here again. 1 field goal, 1 touchdown. A failed 2-point pass, and that's where we're at right now. 1:35 as the clock rolls. Matt McCrane out. He made from 30 earlier. There's his second attempt.
42-yarder.
42-yarders on the left hash mark. Here's the snap. The hold is down. The kick is on its way.
It's good.
Inside the left upright. Plenty of room. 118. Well, not plenty.
12-0 DC Defenders over St. Louis
Battlehawks. And it'll be St. Louis ball, provided they don't fumble on the kick return. What was it? 1:12 to go?
That's what happened?
Oh, they're talking about St. Louis football. They lost the Cardinals and the Rams. How much time? I gotta refresh. I think it's 1:12. Of course. Their site is slow. Show the... Yeah, see, they do really well in attendance.
Wow.
Like, Michigan had like 11,000 today. And these guys are upper 30s, sometimes 40.
Last week was their 7th most attendance.
32,000, 7th most, yeah. Oh, okay, that high one, that 40,000 is from last April.
That's the highest in their history.
Yeah. Okay, 118. Apologies, I messed up the clock.
Where'd you put?
112. They took it down so quick. Okay, not much going right for St. Louis. They've had 2 fumbles, 1 they held on to, and they've had an interception.
Against them?
Which has led, except for well, I guess they got 6 points off of 2 turnover. Or no, this one, yeah, because the touchdown. All right, kick to the end zone and out of bounds.
Oh, they also
on the
did
side.
NFL.
No, it was in the end zone.
No, did they do the new kickoff?
Yeah, that's where it came from.
Oh.
But they kick it from the 30, which is what the NFL needs to go back to. They used to. They're so worried about, they're trying to penalize touchbacks, but all they need to do is make it a longer kickoff so less happens if they want more returns.
Exactly, yeah.
I don't know why. All right.
I hate the new kickoff though.
40. They said 44 yards. That was 42. I don't know why their play-by-play is always off. That was clearly a 42-yard field goal. Well, whatever. First and 10 at 118 from their 35-yard line. Okay, they do it to 35. That's what the NFL is doing this year. Under center, Wilkins fakes the handoff, does the end around to the right side, to the 40, and out of bounds at about the 42. Number 1 on the run. They took down the stupid score bugs. I don't know the time. I hate ABC. I think Fox does a much better job on these games.
103.
103. Okay, we'll put 1 minute to go. Back to pass, right hash mark, looking over the middle, looking, still looking. He runs to the left. He's got the first down into defender's territory. He avoids going out of bounds. He's going to go all the way for a touchdown. Manny Wilkins on a long run. What was that? 58 yards.
Yeah, around.
About 58 yards. We have 58. They're calling it on the TV. Oh, we got to get the score up there. Battlehawks suddenly back in the game.
I think he might have stepped out, maybe.
I mean, he kind of looked like he did, but they never blew it dead.
Yeah. Yeah, they're checking.
They'll check, but
I think he did.
I don't think. Well, we'll see. Here's the replay. He faked the handoff, looked over the middle. Receiver was getting held by his jersey. Everybody was covered. And then he busted out of the pocket, went between the numbers near the sideline.
Yeah, he stepped out.
He may have stepped out. They're going to look at it. Manny Wilkins Jr., number 5. As it stands, a 58-yard touchdown, but we'll see if he stepped out.
They have a bag of M&M's in there. It's CVS bag. Oh, yeah. I think right there.
I don't know. It's hard to see. There's a little bit of green there. We'll see.
I can't see because it's so blurry.
We'll see. Okay, they did mark him. Yeah, they marked him out of bounds. All right, take the touchdown off the board.
So, he still got to the 31.
Yeah, thanks. 31-yard line clock rolling, 32 seconds, snap, handoff.
No, it's a fake.
Oh, he faked it. No gain.
Yeah.
All right, fake handoff. Yeah. That might be the end of the first quarter. We'll see if St. Louis is in a hurry to get a 2nd and 10 playoff.
It was about like a 32-yard run.
Yeah, they haven't corrected it yet because of the review. All right, 8 seconds. They're lined up. One more play in the first quarter. I think they're trying to just see what look they got from the defenders. That'll do it for the first quarter. So it is 12-0. We thought St. Louis had gotten on the board with a touchdown, but Wilkins stepped out, and that's where we're ending the first quarter. Let's hit the refresh, see if they've got the yardage corrected. Yeah, they said 27 yards. He was pushed out at the 31. The scramble was 27. Yeah, 31 yards short of 58. All right, brief break. Get some more water, then we'll be back for the second quarter. I'm just glad this game is on.
That makes no sense.
Okay, that's woman's following me.
The guy who makes the actual guy?
Yeah, he usually retweets when I post about it, so.
The actual guy who makes the Netflix.
Yeah, he's on next. He's following me now. Don't forget to drink.
I did.
And have a banana if you're hungry. That's the first big positive play for them.
Yeah. I mean, even though it got called back, it was still a good run.
Yeah. Too bad he stepped out.
Yeah, but still. Good run.
Not if you're a Defenders fan. But
Well, obviously.
oh my gosh. American Idol is still on. Alright.
I know.
Back to the game. Programming aside, they're showing what conference they're in. The XFL is their conference.
Yeah, you're 1-0 in XFL.
Oh, okay. They may not have played an XFL game yet. The
Yeah.
Defenders.
It's like college, how they
It's
show
their
their division record
yeah.
and
Overall, then their conference. Yeah.
we're just copying the UFL. What are we going to go next? We're going to go
The
to 10
scroll
games.
lock on by
It's
accident.
back.
Yeah.
What?
All right. Let's. They got the. It should be 2nd and 10. Oops. Let's get the second quarter up there.
We're turning into the UFL. What are we going to do next? 10 games?
No. They're going for 20. Or
What?
18, I mean. 18 regular to preseason. Okay, just a second. 1st and 10, lined up in shotgun. Back to pass. Looking right, throws it away out of bounds. All right. Do you need me to? Oh, you got it. Oh, you just
That's
changed?
different.
Oh, that's fine. Well, 14:54 before they, whoops, crap, I hit the wrong thing. Before they mark this back in play.
14:49.
Okay. Oh, 49? Okay,
Yeah.
thanks.
It just stopped. That's
I
why.
don't know, I wonder what they're reviewing here. Maybe for intentional grounding? Oh, they wiped out the first quarter
Flag.
plays. They call it intentional grounding? Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
Okay, Wilkins guilty of intentional grounding.
I don't even
I thought
see
he
that.
had rolled out to the right, but maybe he didn't get out of the tackle box. Yeah, 14:49. They stopped it to review the penalty. They'll probably roll the clock soon.
What? It doesn't say the downs.
There's the second play. Okay. Okay, here we go. Wilkins. Yeah, there we go. Intentional grounding. All right, we got it. In shotgun, 14:35 to go. 3rd and 20. That's right, lost it down. They throw it to the right. It goes nowhere. Tackled at about the 44. So, interesting call here. I'm assuming St. Louis is going to punt it away. But we'll see. Under 14:20 to go.
Well, you kick it.
This would be a long field goal.
Well,
I
how
guess.
Long? How long?
Almost 60.
Oh, never mind.
It would be over 60, I think. Yeah, they're punting. All right, under 14 minutes now to go. 4th and 22. Battlehawks in punt formation.
Dang, I feel bad.
Not likely for a fake since it's so long.
Well, why wouldn't you?
Yeah, it's
take
too
it?
bad they didn't take advantage of that long run. And going out of bounds cost them. All right, for some reason the clock is stopped at 13:58. Now it's rolling. Snap will be from the 43-yard line. Here's the punt from the 46, their own 46. Fair catch signaled at the 12 with 13:43 to go.
Ah, I can't.
And, whoops, it's DC ball. Alright, DC. We thought we had a 12-6 game for a second until they reviewed and Manny Wilkins stepped out of bounds on a run. Instead of a 58-yard touchdown, he only got a 27-yard run. Yeah. Now DC from their own 12 on the left hash mark. They're in the huddle. Let's refresh the play-by-play. Hoff-Richter, 31-yard punt. I thought it was longer. Oh, no, I guess it wasn't. All right, we got a handoff, left hash mark. Gain of 2 to the left side. They're not showing the clock. Now they do. 13:26. Still rolling. They're huddling. Okay, gain of 3. It's 2nd and 7. We're talking to the head coach. Looks like 3rd and, or they're just showing him on the sideline. 2nd and 7. Apologies. 13-10. Jordan Teamu under center. It's a handoff up the middle. Goes nowhere. Tackled at the 13. May have even lost a yard. Under 13 to go in the second quarter. Under 12:50. Clock still rolling. We got 3rd down. I still don't have the distance. 3rd and 8. It was a loss of 1. Battlehawk fans cheering their defense on. Alright, we've got 3rd and 8, 12:26. Snap, back to pass, throws left. Almost a pick 6 by 22. He would have walked into the end zone. Battlehawks want that one back. That is why they don't play wide receiver. They cannot catch the ball. That should have been a pick 6. Went off his right arm.
He was going like this.
He went like, yeah, it went high and then hit him in the right arm.
He could have caught it off the bobble, but he was just putting his hands on his head.
Yeah.
He's too focused.
Clock rolling, under 12. They're going to punt from their own end zone on 4th and 8. And we got to delay a game, or they're going to have to take a timeout, or they're going to reset the play clock. No, we got a flag. St. Louis burned their first timeout, avoiding a delay of game on a punt, but DC does not, and they're going to be even deeper into their end zone. Clock has stopped at 11:50. They had a late substitution coming on. That's why they had to delay a game. 4th and 13 from the 13-yard line. Paxton Brooks deep in his end zone. Not at the back end line, but between St. Louis and Battlehawks. Still waiting. Here's the snap. Steps up. Punts out of the end zone. About a yard or 2 deep. Straight up into the air. It's going to bounce. Oh, caught. Number 1 inside his own 50. Or, I'm sorry, inside the 50. Or in his own territory. And he returned it right side to about the 50. And then it looks like we have flags on the play with 11:20 to go. What was it? 12-0 DC after 1.
And still was 12-0.
Yeah. Looks like we had a personal foul. Face mask against Briley Moore, number 88, a tight end on the punt return coverage unit.
Defenders.
Yeah, delay game was accepted. They haven't got the punt play yet. All right. It looks like they'll have the ball just inside the 35 when we come back. They being St. Louis. I forgot to. All right, looks like they may have updated the play-by-play. Let's check. Yeah, it would have been a huge pick 6 there to get them back in the game. Oh, they still don't have the punt because of the penalty, I guess. I don't know what the delay is here. Keep refreshing. Yep, still nothing. Still a commercial. No OBS or internet issues so far.
So
It's
far.
good. Well, if it's gonna happen, I usually have issues at the start. Just last couple games, I think I have.
XF or UFL or
Um, last night briefly during the Hawks, and then I think Friday night during the
we should
UFL.
have won that game.
Huh?
The Hawks.
Oh yeah, 5-4 in a shootout versus Winnipeg. And Winnipeg's the best team in the league. So for the Hawks to get them to overtime in a shootout is an accomplishment in and of itself. All right, 47-yard punt by Brooks. Pearson return punt from the St. Louis 45. I didn't think it was that far. To the 50.
It punted into the 45.
Yeah. I thought he was between the 50 and the 45. I don't know. They've been off a little.
Yeah, it was to the other team, to the Hawks 45.
No, I know they got it and returned it to midfield, but I thought
No, it's like the 49.
I didn't think it was the 4. Yeah, right. It was the 50. They gave
Hawks
forward
49.
progress at the 50, and then they gave the personal foul.
South. Number 13, so.
All right, so it'll be first down and 10 at the 30 defenders 35 for the
Fumble,
Battlehawks. They
punt,
have a
punt.
fumble, punt, interception, punt so far on their possessions.
It shouldn't. No, actually, it
They
was
should have had a
fumble-
pick 6.
It was fumble,
before it
punt,
was fumble.
and touchdown called back punt.
Yeah, that's true. Well, on the punt, the second, yeah, I don't remember. All right, Wilkins is going to line up under center. Number 41 is in the backfield. Nope, Wilkins will be in shotgun. 2 receivers to his left, tight end and receiver to the right. It's a handoff to the left hash mark. He gets close to the 31. Gain of 4. 11:08. Clock is rolling. 2nd and 7 coming up. We got 11 minutes to go. They still haven't broken the huddle. Alright, they break the huddle. 2nd and 7. 10:48. 8 seconds now on the play clock. Under center, a deep back, number 41. Handoff, faked handoff, apologize. Rush comes immediately on him, and he dumps it to the left side. And that's going to be a loss. They just lost what they gained on that run, bringing up 3rd and 10 from their own, from the DC 35-yard line. Apologies. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play real quick. Yeah, they gained 3 on a rush by Howard, and they lost 3 on a reception by Howard. In shotgun, 10:03 to go. 3rd and 10. He's got a back Howard to his left. Wilkins, shotgun, steps back to pass. Just about hit. Delivers to the end zone. Caught for a touchdown. Number 2. And we got a game going here at 9:49 to go in the second quarter. What a catch. What a throw by Wilkins. And we'll see what value point after touchdown they go for. 1, 2, or 3. 1 point from the 2, 2 points from the 5, 3 points from the 10. Yeah, and Wilkins got hit after he threw it. It didn't affect the throw, and he delivered a dime. Number 24 was hanging on to the horse collar, and number 2, Darby, was able to make the catch. What a catch. And they are going for 2 to try to make it a 12-8 game. Snap. And it's a toss on a fake. They faked it, handoff, then they tossed it, and the play got blown up. And the clock doesn't roll, I guess, on the conversion. So still 12-6. It will be DC ball, provided they don't fumble the kickoff. Yes, if you hadn't heard, Wade Phillips is ill and not coaching the team today, I think. Or are they talking about somebody else? Oh, okay. Oh, Wade Hewitt. Okay. Maybe that was an earlier game. Apologies. Don't know the coaches yet. I know Bob Stoops' coach is one of them. Yeah, Darby, 35 yards. All right. Good game now. It's going. St. Louis had dropped a potential pick 6, but now they are prepared to get back into this game finally. All right. Yeah, I know. How do I get into live or sports, or how do I get featured on YouTube? I would really like to know. Okay, live there. No, how about live? All right, still a commercial. Live now sport. Okay. I guess I'm just not a big enough channel to be featured yet, unfortunately. Still at commercial, not missing anything yet. Sports live, maybe? I think it's gonna be the same thing. Yeah. Alright. Well. Alright, should be almost set for the kickoff here. I'm just glad ABC 7 Chicago decided to show the second game at 2 o'clock because they did not have the 11 o'clock game on, so it's a good thing I didn't plan to do that game as well. It'll make me hesitate, I think. They're supposed to have somebody has a game next Sunday on Easter Sunday at 4 o'clock. I don't know. I'm assuming they'll have it, but... Alright, still waiting for the kickoff. I can't see. Oh, you found it?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I wasn't sure where it was. Good. Yeah, you can play that then if you want. Alright, here's the kick from the 30 by the Battlehawks from right to left. Now the return by DC, left to right. Between the numbers and the hash marks on the near side, past the 25 to about the 26, and there is a flag. Clock is stopped at 9:43 to go. All right. Didn't get the call yet. They're showing somebody looking at a tablet on the sidelines. Okay, come on. Can we get to the action on the field? I appreciate the... So they're doing an interview about the touchdown pass, I guess. Oh, they're talking to Wilkins. All right. I guess, yeah, it must have been holding on the return because DC's at their own 17. Handoff to the left side. Loses yards. They're just... Ground game has been non-existent pretty much for both teams. We'll get a check of the stats soon. This is going to be second and long. Under 9:30 to go. Play clock rolling. Second and 14. Loss of 4. Probably back to about the 13. And we get the player cam. All right. From their 13-yard line. Second and 14. 9:08. 4 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun looking right. Throws to the sideline. Number 19 catches it. Close to a first down at the 27. It depends on the spot. 8:55 to go. Good throw by Jordan Te'amu and good catch. Did they signal a first down? Do not know yet. It is a first down. All right, snap. Here's a handoff up the middle to about the 31 for a gain of 4. Number 4 on the carry. Come on, why don't they up the play-by-play? 8:15, clock rolling. They break the huddle at 8:10. 16 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun, 2 to his right, 2 to his left, back to his left. Shotgun, back to pass, throws over the middle, picked! St. Louis Battlehawks. 7:55 to go. They have great field position. Terrible throw by Jordan Te'amu. Great play by the Battlehawks defense. Apologies. And St. Louis gets great field position. And the replay of the pick, I can't see the... Yeah, the number 4 jumped the route. He was going to 88. Number 88 on DC. 7:55, first and 10. 2 turnovers by St. Louis and now 1 by DC. Cameron Kelly, number 4, defensive back. 14 seconds, lined up under center, just at the 29-yard line. Snap, toss. Oh, it's razzle-dazzle. It ended up being a flea flicker. The running back handed to the wide receiver who tossed it back to the quarterback who promptly got hit. And lucky for them, it was an incomplete pass to the receiver because that play was not fooling anybody. All right, come on, refresh. Why is this so slow? Intercepted, at the 29. Oh, they didn't say how many yards on a return. Oh, a dangerous pass to the right flat, and that's going to be a loss of 3 back to the 32-yard line, bringing up 3rd and 13. That was a dangerous pass by Wilkins. 7:10 as they huddle up. 7:05, clock rolling, play clock at 20 and rolling. And they're ready. It's going to be shotgun, Wilkins. 3rd and 12. They mark it at the 31. Apologies. Shotgun, back to pass. Looking right, throws right. Caught to about the 22-yard line, bringing up 4th and 3 for St. Louis with 6:35 to go. Interesting decision here. They might go for it rather than try to kick the field goal. 4th and 3, clock rolling under 6.5. Now it stops at 6:27. Actually, they send the field goal unit out. 6:24, clock rolling. 4th and 3. Rodrigo Blankenship, as long as 48. He's 4 for 4 on the season. From the right hash mark. Going to be a 40-yarder. The kick is away, and it is good. We have a 12-9 game with 6:08. So off the interception, St. Louis gets 3 points and pulls within 3. Alright, let's refresh the play-by-play. 40-yard field goal by Blankenship. Hoffrichter, the punter, is the holder. Yeah, people seem to like stop in briefly and then they're away. Alright. Well, how do I refresh? Yeah, there we go. Oh, they're showing famous athletes who wore glasses. Eric Dickerson in the NFL, Horace Grant, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in the NBA. So did James Worthy. And he's more... and the kicker for the Battlehawks. He's setting up the kick from the 30, right to left. Battlehawks in blue. DC defenders in their white jerseys and red pants. And here's a return from the right side and buried as he just crossed the 20. 6:03 to go in the first half. He made it to either the 23 or 24. Hard to tell until they mark it and play. Excuse me. All right. Excuse me. From their 24, first and 10, in shotgun, Teyamu takes the snap, hands it off, up the middle. That's going to be good for a first down at about the 35-yard line. Number 25. Under 6 minutes to go. 5:50 as the clock rolls. They're in a bit of a muddle huddle, trying to go a little bit of hurry up here. 5:40 now. In shotgun, Teyamu takes the snap, looks right, rolls left, throws, knocked down by the Battlehawks defender, number 3. Intended for 83. That was an 11-yard carry by Jackson before that incomplete pass. Peyton Jones on the pass defense out of Nebraska. In shotgun, they fake, then they give the handoff to the back. He pushes past the 40, maybe the 41, bringing up a 3rd and 4 for DC. Under 5 minutes in the first half to go. .440, clock is rolling. They break the huddle. Teyamu in shotgun, 2 to his right, 3 to his left. 3rd and 4 from the 41. They have to get to the 50. I make that the 45. Apologies. Still waiting. 4:22. Snap. Throws over the middle. First down. And gets out almost to the 50. It's Roland. 4:10 to go with the clock rolling. Hit him at the right hash mark. He got tripped up and barrel rolled to the 49. 1st and 10. There's 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff up the middle. Number 4 gets about 3 yards. Bring up 2nd and 7. We're under 4 minutes to go in the first half. Let's refresh the play-by-play. Yeah, rolling for 8 yards. All right, from the 48, They got to get to the 41. 2nd and 7. Snap. Handoff. Left side hash mark. Pushing, and he gets the first down. Good push by the old lineman to get them to the 40-yard line of the Battlehawks with 3:08 and the clock rolling and a replay coming up here. Snap. Rolling right. Throws to the 30. It's rolling. He cuts it to the 25. Cuts it in, into the inside. 2:42. Clock rolling. And we have a flag, though, at 2:39. Let's refresh the play-by-play real quick. Here's the call. It's against the defenders. I don't know what the arm signal meant. I didn't understand it. I'm sorry, it's against the Battlehawks. Apologies. Must have been a personal foul penalty because they are marching. Where are they getting the ball? I thought they were at... Oh, that's right. He got it to the 25, I think. They're talking to the backup quarterback, number 17 for DC, Mike DiLello. 2:24 on the clock. 1st and goal. Yeah, I think they were at the 25, so they must be at about the 10 after the what must have been a 15-yard personal foul of some sort against St. Louis. St. Louis has one timeout. It looks like DC... I'm sorry. St. Louis has taken one timeout. They have 2, and now DC has 2 as they take their first timeout of the first half. Yeah, they don't have that play yet. All right. So 1st and goal for the defenders, trying to answer after they were up 12-0, and now it's a 12-9 game. All right. They break the huddle from the sideline after the timeout. They are at the right hash mark. Yeah. Ball is spotted at the 10. 1st and goal. In shotgun. 3 receivers to his left and a back to his left. Back to pass. Looks left. Throws. Touchdown! DC 88. What a throw by Jordan Teamu to make it an 18-9 game with 2:20 to go in the first half. Nice catch, or great catch, nice throw by Teamu. Let's see what point value they line up for. 8 plays, 76 yards, 3:48 off the clock. Defensive sideline interference was that 15-yard penalty that took it from the 25 to the 10. Okay, they're going to go for 2 from the 5-yard line. 2 receivers to the right, 1 in motion from the left. He's got a back to his left. In shotgun at the 10. There's the snap. Looks, throws over the middle, way short. He was going for the guy that 87. Who caught the touchdown? 88. Apologies. It was Moore McKinney for 10 yards to make it 18-9. So, with XFL rules, St. Louis is actually still 1 possession behind, or 1 score behind. They can get a touchdown and go for 3 from the 10-yard line with the UFL rules. We have 18-9. St. Louis gets the ball back with 2:20, provided that they don't fumble the kickoff. They are interviewing Jordan Tayama as we speak. We'll take a look at the stats in a minute, maybe at halftime. All right, here's the return. Taken inside the 15, return to the right side, past the 30, out to the 31 or 32. With 2:14, Wilkins takes over. They need to get a score to get back into striking distance of the game. I mean, again, down 9 means you're still a possession behind, but you got to convert a 2-pointer from the 10-yard line. Or 3-pointer, sorry. 2 points is the 5-yard line. 1 point from the 2. All right. From the 31, 1st and 10, in shotgun. 2 to his left and right. 1 in motion from the right. A back. He steps and rolls to the right. Throws to number 15 for a first down. Past the 46 to about the 47-yard line. That probably will take us to the 2-minute warning unless they hustle up there. And nope, that's it. That will be the 2-minute warning. So, first down on their first play late in the first half here. And we have the 2-minute warning. Jackson returned that kickoff. Okay. Good return on the kickoff. And I don't know, the DC defenders are talking to the refs about something. I don't know what the discrepancy is. All right, we could take a commercial break for the 2-minute warning. Ouch. See if they got this first pass of the drive up yet. Wilkins to Sailors. Is it Sailors? 15 yards to the 46. Okay. And that's where we stand. Technically, they had the ball with 2:14 after the kickoff. I mean, I don't... Alright, well, whatever. Okay, how about, like, UFL Live? Will I show up if I search for that? Or live stream? Maybe I should do that, UFL live stream. Yeah, let me manage this. No. Why would it do that? Still at commercial break. Alright. Come on. Okay. 2-minute warning. Alright. Looks like they reviewed something though. Okay, DC was challenging for saying there was an ineligible player downfield. They reviewed it and said there wasn't, so it cost them a timeout. All right. Two-minute warning. 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Gains maybe a yard or two tops. Under 154 to go. 154. Clock rolls. Under 150 now. 145. They break the huddle. 2nd and 8 from the 48-yard line. Snap back to throw. Throws downfield over the middle. Oh, just overshot the receiver with 1:32 to go. Bringing up 3rd and 8. Just missed number 1. Good, decent throw by Wilkins, but he overthrew him. So yeah, there was that review, so they probably, okay. Yeah, 2 yards. All right, there we go. 3rd and 8 from their 48. They have to get to the 44 of DC. Shotgun, back to pass, looking, steps up. He keeps it. He runs, gets hit at the 45, bringing up a 4th and 1. They are short with 1:23 to go, but we have a flag with 1:22. I'm not sure what this flag is going to be because it was not obvious live. Still haven't made the call. Okay, where's the incomplete pass they just had? They don't have it yet. Personal foul. Oh, they must have roughed the passer. Or maybe it was on the tackle. Maybe he body slammed him. He kind of picked him up and slammed him into the ground. Let's see. Yeah, well, what? Because it's the quarterback? Oh, yeah, he. Oh, no, somebody hit him in the head as he was laying on his back. Joe Wallace. All right, they say 1:23 now. 1st and 10 at 1:23. They put a second back on the clock. From the 30-yard line after the penalty. I hadn't seen that live. In shotgun, throws left, takes a huge hit, and gains maybe 2 yards. Clock rolling at 1:15 as they get into hurry up. They have St. Louis has 2 timeouts. DC has 1 now after the challenge was unsuccessful. 2nd and 8, back to pass, throws left, dropped. The receiver and the quarterback want DPI, but I haven't seen them throw one yet. We got 1 minute to go in the half. I mean, I guess maybe he tackled him around the legs, but the guy should have caught the pass. Okay, 3rd and 9. 6 seconds on the play clock. 4, 3, 2, 1. What is the call here? I guess St. Louis is taking a timeout with 1 minute remaining. Looks like they're reviewing something. All right, Dean Blandino is reviewing something. St. Louis is challenged maybe for it must be for DPI. Do they have those incomplete passes? Incomplete deep middle for Pearson. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. It took them forever to put that. I understand this one had a penalty for a personal foul. This kind of stinks if this is an interference. I mean, the guy should have caught the ball. He got tackled. Maybe just a hair early, but it didn't interfere with the receiver's ability to catch the ball. All right, Dean is explaining. I don't have the volume up. Don't want to get copyrighted. Okay, I don't think it was a successful challenge by St. Louis. We got 3rd and 9. Each team now only with one timeout. Shotgun, back to pass, looks right, throws right sideline, out of bounds and incomplete. Was overshot, long pass, out of bounds. 56 seconds to go, and likely a field goal attempt coming up for St. Louis. So Dean Blandino explained there was no clear evidence that he was interfered with. All right, 47-yard attempt for number 28 of the Battlehawks. It will be from the left hash mark. The snap, the kick is right down the middle. We got a 18-12 game, and as long as they don't fumble the kickoff, DC will get the ball with 51 seconds and one timeout to try and get on the more points on the board before a half. Forgot already who. All right, so Friday night we'll have Michigan Panthers at the Showboats, and I missed the other game. Saturday night as well, and on Sunday. Yeah, okay. I'll check the next week real quick at halftime. 47-yarder by Blankenship. Still, they're showing Jordan Teamu of DC on the sideline. Blankenship puts the ball down on the tee. We should be about ready to get this kickoff going. Man, this is a long game. I think they started a little late because the first game ran long. But a lot of penalties, a lot of reviews. No real major injuries or anything, but we got a high scoring game too, a high-ish scoring game. So St. Louis trailing by 6 at home, just under a minute left in the first half. Here's the kickoff. Inside the 5, taken between the hash marks and the numbers on the right side, return to about the 31 with 45 seconds left. 1st and 10 for Jordan Teamu and company. Each team with one timeout. They both burned one on a challenge, so that means both teams can't challenge in the second half because you have to get your challenge right to earn a second one. Teamu, 7 of 17, 123 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 interception. I believe that interception was converted into a field goal for St. Louis. In shotgun, back to pass, throws right, caught, and taken down at about the 40, about a yard, just under a yard short. Clock rolling. 32, 31, 30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 2nd and 1 as they bark out the signal. 21-20, still, I guess they're not in a hurry. Shotgun, back to pass. Almost got sacked. He avoided it. He throws it away out of bounds to the right side with 11 seconds to go. No receiver in the area. but I think he got it past the line of scrimmage or line of gain and out of bounds. He was out. He had rolled out of the pocket too. 3rd and 1. 11 seconds left. 1 timeout left. Play clock is at 15. They're huddling up. Try to get a refresh here. Yeah, Scott got that 9-yard catch. All right, in shotgun, 2 to his left, 2 to his right, a back to his right. Back at his 35 for the shotgun, steps back, throws long down the sideline, right, and incomplete. Looks like Scott wanted interference, but no call. 4th and 1 with 6 seconds, and I assume they're going to punt once they step back and throw a Hail Mary. Not sure. 17 seconds on the play clock. Teamu heads to the sideline. 10 seconds on the play clock. And I guess they're going to burn their last time out because they're not going to get this snap off. Oh, I guess they reset the play clock. Yep, 23 on the play clock. Pearson goes back to return the punt for St. Louis. He's number 1. Number 1 on his uniform. All right, back. Steps up, punts it from his own 29. The 41-yard line was, or 40-yard line. All right, taken in just outside the 10, returned to about the 20. That is the end of the first half. I forgot who gets the ball in the second half, so I'll take down the possession. We'll have to look it up. I forgot who punted on the opening drive. I'll go back to the play-by-play real quick. 3:42. Oh yeah, this game's resuming. I don't know, probably about 3:55 at the latest. I think they only have a 12-minute halftime in the XFL. Not really sure. Okay, so DC had the ball first. Yeah, so it should be St. Louis ball in the second half. Take a brief break and be back. And we'll get you the play. We'll get you the updated stats. Actually, yeah, let's go. Oh, joy. Yard work going on in the neighborhood. Just lovely. There's the scoring plays, and here's the stats. Well, why don't we leave up the scoring plays real. This will give you a decent look at what's happened. All right, gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. Alright, we're back. Here, let's look at the individual stats. Or here's the team stats. Let's refresh, make sure there wasn't any updates. Ooh. Alright, there's the total yards. Let's just look at the individual, I think. Yeah, not much on the ground for either team. St. Louis has had trouble. They got a field goal off of an interception. Their offense has struggled. Wilkins had a 27-yard run. That's most of their rushing yards, and DC has struggled as well. Yeah, lots of penalties. That's been the problem. Couple reviews. DC leading in time of possession. 1 turnover DC, 2 for St. Louis. Fumbles lost. 2 fumbles, only 1 lost. Alright. Let's take a look at the offensive numbers here. Jordan Teamu, 8 of 20, 132 yards. 2 touchdowns and 1 pick. Manny Wilkins, 8 for 14, 70 yards. 1 touchdown and 1 interception. Here's the rushing yards that we spoke of. Not a lot. 11 is the long for them, and 27 for Wilkins is most of their rushing yards. Receiving, Scott, 3 for 85 and a touchdown, and Moore McKinney had the other touchdown. 62 was the long. That was the touchdown. That was St. Louis's biggest, DC's biggest play, obviously. Again, Wilkins had a 58-yard touchdown run, but they called him out of bounds at the 31 after a 27-yard gain upon review. And here's St. Louis, 35-yarder to Darby for a touchdown. That's half of their receiving yards right there. Sailors, 2 for 32. Defense. Fumble recovery, Mintz for DC. Interception by Ojemudia. Yeah, 2 forced fumbles by that guy, and he recovered the one. And for St. Louis, interception by Cameron Kelly. Yeah. No sacks for them. DC has 3, 2 by Mintz, so he's dominating, and Roberson. Alright, looks like we're about set to get ready for the second half here. They're showing the first half stats. Talking to Tom Luganbill, whatever his name is. Alright, now they're getting a report from the other sideline. Eric McLean. right, come on. They're showing the players on the sideline. Teamu. St. Louis will start with the ball. Wilkins doesn't have his helmet on. Is he not going to be the second half? This is a battle for the top spot in the XFL conference of the UFL standings. I don't know. Maybe Wilkins was just slow to come out of the locker room, but he didn't. He only had a winter hat on. Yeah. Well, now he's warming up. Has his helmet on. You would think he would warm up a little quicker than that, but all right. Well, the ball is teed up. They'll be kicking right to left. The defenders. St. Louis will be going left to right. There's the kick. Short, taken at about the 4 on the right side. Return between at the hashes to the left side. Around near the sidelines and out of bounds. And guess what? We have a flag at 14:53. And apologies to any loyal Sin Bin Stream viewers that were going to tune in at 3 p.m. Central to watch the Wolves. I'd elected to do UFL football instead. We have a holding on DC, so that'll on Brad Ashmore, the tackle, number 70. So that will wipe out the good return for the Battlehawks. All right. 14:53, 1st and 10. Ball at their own 20. In shotgun, 2 receivers to a left with a back to his left. Wilkins takes the snap, backs up, rolls to the right, avoids a rusher and throws it away out of bounds to the right side. 14:47. And we'll have 2nd and 10. I should get more water. I forgot to do that at halftime. All right, 14:34. Clock rolling. 14 and a half. From the 20. 2nd and 10. Fakes the handoff, rolls, throws long down the left side, almost intercepted and then almost caught. Both players had a chance for it. 14:12 to go. And okay, good. I thought we had a flag. It's just ABC's yellow score alert for their NBA coverage. Oh, man. Both players had a chance at the ball. Under 14 to go now. And we'll get the play-by-play in a minute. 13:50 as they break the huddle. Make it 13:45. Play clock down. There's the snap. 3rd and 10. Backs up. Throws. Left side. Caught for a first down. Wide open. Nobody near, and we got a flag. Out of bounds, way down the field. 13:33 to go in the 3rd quarter here. Let's see if we've got updated plays on the play-by-play real quick. Is it even responding to my page refreshes? All right, not much. Apologies, didn't see the call. Frank Darby, OPI. So that'll wipe out his huge gain. Number 2, but he's not. Is he the one that caught it? So it's going to be 3rd and long. Must have been a pick play. Well, no, if it's Darby, he just kind of got tangled up with a defender. 13:30, clock rolling. No challenges, for either team. They both wasted it and failed in the first half. 13:22, 3rd and 20 from their own 10. Shotgun, back to pass, at the goal line, rolls right. About to get hit, he lobs it to the right sideline, and they'll punt it away with 13:10 to go and 4th and 20. Penalties killing that Battlehawks drive off. Oh, he got slammed down to the ground and just barely avoided another hit. He got tackled around the legs. 12:50 and the clock continues to roll. 12:42. Here's the punt. It's away. Back at his own 35, the return man, number 12, and he gets wrapped up at the 40, and there's multiple flags on the field. Clock is stopped at 12:30, and this will be DC ball. Not sure where yet because of the penalty. There's the last play. Wilkins, threw away out of bounds. All right, we're still discussing the penalty. Holding on the return team. That's the DC defenders. So I'm guessing they'll have it either at their own 20 or 25. 1st and 10 as Jordan Teamu. They're showing Wilkins looking at video footage with the coach, with a coach of the Battlehawks. All right. From their own 30, 1st and 10, 12:30 to go. In shotgun, he fakes a toss and he's tackled for a 3-yard loss on the play. They faked the toss play to the right. He tried to run left and he was tackled immediately for about a 3-yard loss. Alright, come on. Let's get back, please. 12:07, 12:06, 12:05, 2nd and 13. He's in shotgun. 2 to the left, actually 1 in motion, now 3 in a bunch formation. Now 87 goes back, 2 to each side with a back to his left. Shotgun, throws left, caught for maybe the 3 yards, bringing up a 3rd and 10. 11:38 to go. Yeah, we got some games coming up. Friday night, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday night, and then Sunday afternoon. 11:25 as they break the huddle for 3rd and 9. Shotgun, steps back to pass, throws over the middle, caught just before midfield by 87 in tight coverage. Good catch and a great throw by Jordan Teamu, just over a guy that was covering another route runner underneath. 10:52, 10:50 in shotgun. Snap, handoff to the right hash mark, breaks the tackle, gets to the left side, he's inside the 40 and tackled out of bounds. Good run. 10:38 before they spot it back in play. Good run by number 4. And the previous play was a catch by Bresnahan for 17 yards. 10:25 now, clock rolling. Oh yeah, Abram Smith. Yeah, he had a good game the other game I watched. In week 2. We are in week 3 of the UFL. 10:15, snap, back to pass. Rush is there, they dump it to the back, and it's stuffed for a loss. Well, depends on the marking, the forward progress, Alright, we got under 10 to go in the 3rd. 9:55 as they show the replay. So that was a good run by Smith. earlier for 11 yards. All right, 9:40 as they are getting set. Under center with 25 in the backfield. Snap, fakes the handoff, back to pass, looks, throws right. Oh, overthrown and intercepted. Horrible throw by Te'amu again. Number 3 on the return, tackled out of bounds. Can't tell what yard line. The camera was zoomed in tight. Big turnover with 9:20 to go. Horrible overthrow by Te'amu. Not knowing the route and etc. But that looked like a bad pass to the naked eye. To a non-football player, non-coach either of football. Just a fan of the game. Yeah, I don't know, maybe 12 broke his route off a little short, but Te'amu overthrew it, and number 3 with a decent return. And the DC coach not happy. That fumble counted and then recovery? Thought he was down. All right, 9:20. Te'amu on the bench with his helmet off, and we take a commercial break. Oh my gosh, seriously? Oh, I better get some water. Yeah, Te'amu's completion percentage is low in the 2 games I've watched. Okay, we are back. All right. Let's see. The last pick, is it there? Yeah. It was Peyton Jones on the pick. He had a good return too. They don't put like the return yards here. Huh? Like, where did he get the interception? And how long was the interception return? Oh well. Still at commercial. All right. Let's take a look at Te'amu. 11 of 24, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Wilkins, 8 of 17, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. Completion percentage not high today, but that's what happened with Te'amu in his first game too. He started out hot and then. Oh, are they going to have the Frozen 4 maybe? Is this what they're advertising, or is this on ESPN, I would gather? Oh, that was the final. Western Michigan beat Boston. Why are we... And now we're advertising Hockey Night. Oh, was the Frozen 4 in St. Louis? I don't know. Let's get back to the play-by-play here. Shall we? Still 9:32. They say 9:32. That's not right. It's 9:20 to go in the third. Wilkins in shotgun, a back behind him from the 46. and they get about 3 yards to the 42. They're in St. Louis territory. That was a great return, or make that DC territory. Oh, Seneca Wallace is the quarterback coach for the Seattle Seahawks. Briefly a Packer, I think. One of the years Rodgers got hurt. Whoops. We got 8:50. 2nd and 7. Handoff to the right side. Breaks a tackle, but not the second one. That's going to be a loss near the sideline. 8:40, clock rolling, 3rd down. 8:33, 8:32 as they go to show the replay. Let's try to refresh the play-by-play. Yeah, they have the Sailors rush for 4 yards, but now he lost one, or somebody lost one. 3rd and 7 from the 42. They got to get to the 35 of DC. Wilkins in shotgun. Back to pass. Looks right. Throws right. Caught inside the 40, short of the 1st down. 8 minutes to go in the game. 7:55 as the clock rolls. 4th and short. Interesting call. Wilkins went to the sideline. The clock is now stopped at 7:50. Is there an injury, or did St. Louis take a timeout? Looks like somebody took a timeout. 4th and 3. 7:50 to go in the 3rd. We have a timeout, and they haven't indicated who took it. Oh, I'm sorry. St. Louis did have an injury. Apologies. Didn't see that. I couldn't tell. Nobody was on the field. I couldn't tell if they were, Oh, brother. Jordan Rogers on the frickin' call. Joe Tessitore, who was terrible. All right, 4th and 3. They are sending out the kicker. 56-yard attempt here to try to make it a 3-point game. Rodrigo Blankenship has been good from 40 and 47. There's the snap, right hash mark. Kick is on the way. If it's long enough, it is good. It's right down the middle. What a boot. And St. Louis pulls back to within 3 points after trailing 12-0 at one point in this game. Blankenship right down the middle. Would have been good from longer. That was like 56, yeah, I think. What did they call it? That was Pearson. He knew it right away when he kicked it. So Wilkins hit Pearson for 4 yards to bring up that 4th and 3. We got a 3-point ball game, and DC gets the ball back, provided they don't fumble the kickoff return. Both teams are out of both failed on their challenge. No challenges left. Each team has 3 timeouts still for the second half here. Blankenship getting warmed up for the kickoff. Excuse me. He is 7 for 7 for the season, and 56 is his longest made field goal. And that was it, 56 yards there. All right, we got a 3-point game midway through the 3rd quarter. Still waiting for the kickoff. This is going to be a long game. This is going to be over 3 hours. We're still, yeah. And I thought, well, I'm not going to do the Wolves game. It should be over earlier than the Wolves game would end. But, boy, it's not much. The pace this game's going. There's the kick. Short. Taken at the 5. At the numbers on the near side. Returned up the numbers to about the 34. Good return. 7:27 to go. DC takes over. Oh yeah, DC beat Birmingham in the first game. That's the game I did. I thought it was 17-12, or was that the... Yeah, that's the game I did against the Showboat, 17-12, week 2, yeah. I didn't do any live streams of UFL week 1. Guess I should have. Alright, Teamu with Smith lined up behind him. He's got a tight end lined up on the left side and a receiver. 2 to the right. Oh, I guess they were going to fake the handoff or something. It gets botched, and it's a big tackle for a loss by the St. Louis defense. Harvey, number 51, 7-12 as they look at the replay. I don't know if he came in unblocked or if... I mean, he got there right after the handoff. There was nothing for Smith to do. If Teamu had seen him, he should have just kept it and rolled the side. 2nd and 15, back to pass, pressured, dumps it to the back. Smith, number 4, up the left side numbers and near the first down. I think he's going to be half a yard short, and hopefully he's not injured. Lineman helped him up. All right, he's okay. We only have 6:30 as the clock continues to roll in the third quarter. Gotta keep that clock moving. 3rd and 1 as they're set. Teamu on a handoff up the middle. That is enough for a first down at 6:14 to go now. Clock continues to roll. Smith coming out of the game for a sub. Let's refresh the play-by-play here. They're lined up. Under 6 to go now. 5:50. Snap. Rolls to his left. Throws left. Incomplete. Had a receiver, but he couldn't get it to him. Outstretched. Diving catch attempt. No good. Incomplete. So Smith had a carry for 14 yards to pick up that first, or no, that was the one that almost picked up the first down. Then they had another run. So their play-by-play is at least a play or two behind. There we go. 5. All right. 2nd and 10, 5:20 as the clock rolls. Handoff to the left side. He's got the first down and then some. Inside the 30, breaks a tackle. Inside the 25, it's number 25. Jackson on a tremendous carry. He broke a tackle, and just got tripped up. About the 22. They call it the 24. 4:53 to go. Throw to the left side, inside the 10, where DC will have a 1st and goal. Under 4:45 to go in the third. Great drive on the ground and in the air for DC. They're still going hurry up. Snap. Rolls to the right. Lobs it into the end zone. There's a marker down. Incomplete. 4:29. Here's the call. Ineligible receiver down. No. Illegal substitution. Apologies. On DC. Or maybe... That's why they went hurry up to get St. Louis in 12 men on the field, I think. We still got 1st and goal, 4:29. The clock is stopped. DC in the huddle, 4:28. It's rolling now. They have a 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. 4:20 to go in the third. In shotgun, it's a handoff to the left and tackled for about a 3-yard loss at the 8-yard line. 4:10 to go, and the ball carrier is hurt. Number 4, Smith, I believe. He got tackled around his right knee, and he is slow to get up. I hope he's okay. Number 32 on the tackle for St. Louis. Smith seems to be walking under his own power to the sideline. 4:03 to go on 2nd and goal. Come on, we got to get to the fourth quarter. This game is taking forever. Now they say 4:05. Second and goal. For DC. Solid drive so far. Showing the offensive coordinator in the press box. Actually, they're back to the 9. That was a 4-yard loss. In shotgun, snap, back to throw, looking, throws over the middle. Oh, 19 had it on both hands in the end zone and dropped it. Pass was a little high by Teamu. 3:54 to go, third and goal. He was he was wide open, and Teamu threw it a little. That was on him. That pass was too high. Yeah, it was a legal substitution, that earlier penalty on the Battlehawks. Third and goal from the 9. 3:35 as the clock rolls in the third. 3:33, snap, back to... What are they doing? 3:29, snap, back to throw. I don't know what happened with the feed. If they were showing a replay, maybe. Throws it in the end zone, and it's dropped or knocked away from number 14 of DC. 3:20 to go. And from the 9, I assume they are going to send out the kicking unit. 3:15 as the clock rolls after they put the ball in play. 3:10 to go now. 3:08, 3:07, 3:05. Matt McCrane out for the field goal attempt. He is 2 for 2 from 30 and 42. Holder is ready from the left hash mark. Here's the snap. Placed down. Kick. He missed it. It was a short one. He hooked it. 2:46. That was not a long field goal. He just hooked it left all the way. 2:46 to go in the third, and it's St. Louis ball. Probably at the 20. I'm not sure where we place missed field goals from that short anymore. St. Louis crowd is loving it, of course. So, yeah, it was weird. They were in the middle of a replay and then cut to live action. I think it was knocked away on that last attempt. They haven't shown a really good replay of that, but, well, whatever. So, a crucial miss on a short field goal by DC and keeps it a 3-point game. Battlehawks getting the momentum swung back in their favor now after a great looking drive. 27 yards, no good. He hooked it. Snap and hold looked okay. McCrane just shanked it, I thought. Hooked it left and it was stayed left. Alright. We can take a look at the stats. Oh my gosh, why is this so slow on my internet? Offense, Teamu, 13 of 29, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks. Manny Wilkins, 9 of 18, a pick and an interception. 178 for Teamu, only 74 for Wilkins. And on the ground, Deion Jackson was getting hot. Abram Smith struggling. Wilkins with that 27-yard run leads St. Louis in rushing. Receiving, Scott, 3 for 85, a touchdown. Moore McKinney had the other touchdown. Long of 62 for St. Louis. Darby with that 35-yard touchdown. 2 for 32 for Jacob Sailors, which I'm pretty sure his name is spelled S-A-I on his jersey. I don't know why the play-by-play has it wrong. Okay, we'll go back to the play-by-play. We are still at commercial. Long break after the turnover, after the incomplete, or after the missed field goal. Apologies. This is a long game. I know it didn't start right away at 2 Central, but I don't know. Did it start like 2:10? I don't remember. Can't. We are still at commercial again. I don't know. ABC 7 in Chicago and many other ABCs throughout the country, as far as I can tell on Twitter, did not show the first game at 11 o'clock between San Antonio and I think Michigan. I know somebody from Michigan was watching the game over the air live on their local ABC, but I couldn't, and many others couldn't. Minnesota, I know, was one that couldn't. All right, so St. Louis takes over. The draft will be April 24th. Will not be covering that myself. I don't have the graphic knowledge or capacity. All right, they get the ball at the 25 after the miss. It was a 27-yarder. All right, in shotgun with the back to his left. He's at the 20. The snap will be from the 25. Snap, handoff to the right. And he lost a yard. 2:38 as the clock rolls. I guess they're going to talk to the kicker. Wonderful. Great time for him to give an interview. I don't know. I don't need all this access. I enjoy football. Spring football is fine. I don't need all this. 2:22 in the third. 2:20, 2:18, 2:15. We got clock rolling. Under center. There's the snap. 2:10. Fakes the handoff. Steps up to avoid the rush. Flicks it to the 87 on the right side. He takes it to the 30, where the Battlehawks will have a 3rd and 5 coming up. Under 2 finally in the third quarter. 1:50. Clock rolling. Still talking to the kicker. Who knows when they're going to go to the action. 1:40 as they break huddle. 3rd and 5 for the St. Louis Battlehawks. Whoops. Here's the snap. Rolls to the right. Throws it. Complete. And a first down for 84. About the 38-yard line. Apologies. I was having some issues here. Alright, clock rolls. Should be probably under a minute by the time they get back. Wilkins got taken down near the sideline. Come on. Can we get back? Enough with the replays. Oh, the clock is stopped at 1:20. Maybe there's an injury. Still says 3 timeouts for... Yeah, unfortunately there's a DC Defender player down. I can't... It looks like number 1. Bryce Thompson out of Tennessee. He was a member of the Brahmas last year. They're number 1. He's a cornerback. All right, let's refresh the play-by-play real quick. Pass complete to Sutherland for 17 yards on the first down at the St. Louis 47. Is that right? I guess. Okay, Oh, that's right. The first down marker was the 35. Yeah, I still thought like the 38. I didn't think he got that far. They're still talking to the St. Louis kicker. Oh, that's right. DC missed the kick. Oh, wait, that's not the St. Louis kicker. I forgot. I don't know. They're talking to Max Duggan, number 14. He's the backup QB. Okay, apologies. Yeah, they interview them. Okay, the ball is at the 38. They're wrong on their play-by-play. All right, Wilkins, shotgun, toss right, and blown up immediately by DC. They're lucky they didn't fumble the ball, they being St. Louis. Under a minute remaining in the third quarter. Good Lord, this is a long game. 53 seconds to go as they show the replay. Somebody missed a block and number 2 blew it up. Who was that? Who's number 2? DeAndre Baker from Georgia. All right, 2nd and 16, 30 seconds to go. Shotgun, back to pass, throws right, overthrew number 2 with 25 seconds to go. Was that 3rd and... I don't even know. Catch made by Sailors, -8. That's not right. It's 3rd and 16. Why can't they get their play-by-play right? All right, clock rolling. This might end the 3rd. I don't think. Yeah, they're not going to snap it. End of 3rd. Whoops. We have an 18-15 game as we head to the 4th. And we'll put the stats up. I'm going to take a quick break. Do we need this or the... Yeah, we'll do the scoring summary. There we go. All right, be right back. Alright, still at commercial. Be right back. Yeah, nothing there. Alright, there's the scoring plays. Let's get back to the play-by-play though, and we'll leave it on this. Let's put 15 to go in the 4th. St. Louis ball. 18-15 DC leads after 3 quarters. Showing replays. Okay. Teamu 13 at 29, 178 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, 1 touchdown, 1 pick for Wilkins, 11 to 21, 88 yards, and of course 34 yards rushing. So 3rd and 16, snap, back to throw to the left side. They're going to be short, just past the 42. And I'm assuming St. Louis will punt from their own territory. Clock rolling. Man, this is a long game. Let's hope this fourth quarter better move along. 14:40, clock continues to roll. 4th and 6. Wilkins heads to the sideline. I'm assuming the punt unit is coming out. 4th and 6, you wouldn't expect a fake punt either. 14:25, back from his own 30, punts it away, maybe the 31. The line of scrimmage was the 42. Back at the 15, fielded right hash mark and returned to about the 24. 14:12 to go in the fourth quarter. A 3-point game. Whoops, got to give the ball back to DC. DC missed a field goal their last possession. All right, let's see if they got the first play of the fourth quarter yet. They do. And we'll get the punt. Okay. From their 24, Teamo in shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, a back to his left. Handoff. Nope, fake the handoff. Throws right to the one receiver. And that's a first down to number 83. He thought he wasn't touched. 14:02 as the clock continues to roll. $13.52. $13.50. They're getting set here. 15:45. Clock continues to roll as they get set for the next play. Snap. Handoff. Up the middle. Past the 40 to about the 43-yard line. Under 13 and a half to go. Clock rolling. 2nd down. 13:20 as they're set. Teamu under center. Handoff to the left. To the numbers and near the first down marker. Short of midfield. We'll see how they spot the ball here. Now they did say 1st and 10. Okay. Just under 13 minutes to go. 12:53 to go. Snap. Looks left. Rolls to the right. Throws on the run. Way incomplete. Way overthrown is what I meant to say and out of bounds. But 12:46, they got a 2nd and 10. Let's refresh the play-by-play. All right, they huddle. They're at the 48-yard line, 2nd and 10. Clock rolling. We have 12:30 to go. 12 seconds on the play clock. Teamu in shotgun. Receiver in motion. It was 87, the tight end. A handoff. No, faked handoff. Completed to the left side and fumbled. I think they're going to call this incomplete. If it's a fumble, not sure who got on top of it. They're going to discuss what the call is with 12:08 to go. 12:08 to go in the fourth. DC with a 3-point lead and the ball. Still looking. Not sure what we got here. I don't know. Did he take 2? I think the ground caused the fumble. I think this is going to be a completed pass. He took 2 steps. Yeah, they can't penalize him for the ball causing the fumble. He wasn't untouched. He was tackled. He got a hit on his left thigh. It's Scott, number 19. That's going to be a catch and a first down for DC. I don't know what's taking so long. This shouldn't be like a long review or anything. Unless they're reviewing if it's incomplete. I mean, that I could see. It was a bang-bang play. It should not be a fumble. All right, Dean Blandino is explaining. Let me see if I can catch. They're saying 3rd and 10. I think they're going to say that was incomplete then. Incomplete must have been the call. Yeah, from the 48-yard line, 3rd and 10, 11:55 to go now. 3 to his right, the back, Shotgun, back to pass, throws to the middle, incomplete. Dropped. Little high, though, as Teyamu is prone to do. Throw high or wide of the target. 11:43 to go in the fourth. 4th and 10, 11:34, clock rolling. Overthrew number 12 Roland. Yeah. 11:25, punt formation. Steps up. Here's the punt. Ooh, nearly blocked. Bounces at the 22 and doesn't go backwards. It went sideways. So that's where that they should get it at the 22 where they initially touched it. They can't mark it where they stopped the ball. Come on. Oh, St. Louis ball again. In their own territory. Should be their own 22. We'll see what the refs, where the refs spot this ball. And we got a commercial break. Intended for Roland. They don't have the punt yet. All right. What the heck? What's going on? All right. Let's see if they got the punt and where the ball is marked. To the St. Louis 20. It should be like that 22. I don't know. I don't understand. They're usually off a little bit on their play-by-play on the UFL.com website. All right. Well, while they're at commercial, we can look at the offense real quick here. Teyamu, 14 of 33, 192 yards, 2 picks, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Wilkins, 12 of 22, 98 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick, but he's been sacked. Jackson on the ground, doing well. Same with Manny Wilkins from that 127-yard run. They're showing moments from week 3. Yeah, this is the 4th game. Yeah, 10-9, good game. Friday night, Birmingham won at home, last minute. Then a 1-point game yesterday afternoon. And then earlier today, a 3-point game. The Brahmas missed the field goal to try and tie it up. Yeah, so a 3-point game. So all close games in the 3rd week of the UFL. I know we've had blowouts in the past, but this week has been pretty good here. Man, this is a long commercial break. It was after a punt. It's not like it was even after a score. All right, 1st and 10, as I said, from the 22-yard line. Wilkins in shotgun, 2 backs in the set. It's a flea flicker, and they throw it to the other back, who takes it and runs it to the left side near the 30-yard line and out of bounds with 11 minutes to go in the game. before they spot it back in play. Interesting play. It was a quick flea flicker. All right, from the 30, 2nd and 2, 10:42 on the clock. Shotgun for St. Louis. Looks, throws to the back, out of the backfield. He gets the first down up the left sideline. He broke some tackles. He's down inside the 50, inside the 40. Cuts back to the 35. A huge play for St. Louis as we're under, under 11 minutes to go. Great, that's 15. I forgot his last name. Saylor or Sanders? Okay, they have shown this replay twice and they almost missed. Yeah, now we got 10 minutes to go. And I'll refresh the play-by-play. Snap, handoff up the middle. Number 41 gets it to... Oh, he's on his back. He got it maybe 3 or 4 yards. Under 10 to go now. Yeah, Sailors, I think, on that. All right, let's fix our clock here. 9:33, still rolling. Showing Sailors on the sideline. Snap. Wilkins avoids a sack, rolls to his right near the sideline, and whips it underhand out of bounds at 9:23. And that missed field goal by DC could come into play here. Ooh, he took a shove out of bounds. He was still in bounds. I guess it was all right. Yeah, Sailors 15. Well, the Battlehawks coach wanted roughing the passer. They didn't get it. 9:03, clock rolling, 3rd and 6. From the 32-yard line of DC. Don't eat too much. We're going to have dinner soon. Okay? You can eat a little, just not a lot. Shotgun, back to pass, rolls to his right, avoiding a sack, throws deep, picked off by DC, number 23, and return. Wow, bad. But we may have a roughing the passer call. It might be on the return, though, so DC might keep the ball. We'll have to see what they call. That's so loud. Anyway. All right, we'll see what the call is here. They're huddling the refs, trying to figure out what happened. This has been a long game. Great pick. I think it was on the return. I'm assuming DC is going to hang on to the ball. Got a personal foul, unnecessary roughness. Yeah, I think it was on the interception return, so I think DC keeps the ball. Wilkinson rolled to his right, threw downfield around the 10-yard line. The pass rush was up the. It's very loud. To the right. He avoided. He got hit after he threw it. Maybe that's what the call is on. This may have wiped out the interception. The 23 undercut the route. This may be a St. Louis. I can't tell. They haven't showed anything. I barely heard the call, and I didn't hear.
Well,
yes.
There's no pick on the bench, so I'm assuming it's still DC ball.
Yeah, I guess they're calling it after the interception, which is strange.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, they get the ball, way back at their own. They're marking it at the 20. They're still having issues with the chain gang. So, I don't know. I'm not sure if that was the call. The roughing the passer didn't wipe out the interception. Actually, they're back to the 18. Handoff, left hash mark, got maybe a yard, maybe 2 to the 20, I guess, by the spot of the ball. 8:30 to go. Clock rolling, 2nd and 8. 8:25 to go. So DC will try to take some clock here and get down there and score. Again, they missed a field goal, which looms large. They missed one in the 3rd quarter. 8:10. Clock continues to roll as they break the huddle. 8:05 to go. From the 20, second and 8. Under 8 minutes to go. 5 on the play clock. In motion. Shotgun. Delayed handoff. Up the left hash mark. Up the middle. 2 yards to the 22 of a third down. Whoops, I forgot to give DC the ball after that long discussion. 7:37, they're still huddling. 7:33, still in the huddle. Under 7:30, they finally get to the line of scrimmage. 7:25 on 3rd and 6 from the 22-yard line. In shotgun. Back to pass, looks, throws to the right, caught in traffic by 88 at the 45 for a DC first down.
Double coverage.
Yeah, double coverage. One defender to the top and one to the bottom. Or I'm sorry, one in front and one in back. I don't know what I was saying. Under 6 minutes to go, or under 7 minutes to go, apologies. 6:52, clock rolling. 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Teamo in shotgun. Back to his right. Handoff to the back. He gets maybe 4 yards to the 49. Might be 3 yards. 6:35. Clock continues to roll. 25. Clock still rolling. 2nd and 6. They gave him a gain of 4. In shotgun with the back to his left. Oh, I canceled the time update. Throws down the left sideline. Incomplete at 6:12. So another 3rd and 6 here.
Wait.
Teamu must have taken a shot. He was slow to get up. Clock rolling. 6:07 as they huddle. 3rd and 6. They're showing the replay. Yeah, just as he threw, he got hit in the midsection. Not dirty, but he was slow to get up. 5:49, clock rolling. 5 seconds on the play clock. They're showing the fans in the stands. The clock has stopped with 2 seconds on the play clock. I assume DC had to burn a timeout. Okay, don't eat too much. We're having dinner soon. Okay? All right, just 5:45. Okay. It's not a timeout. DC is challenging. They think late hit or roughing the passer. I don't think they're going to win this timeout. I mean, he just tackled the guy right as he threw the ball. And what else is the defense supposed to do?
Like a little after, but still, like.
It was bang bang. They're not going to win this challenge. How can they challenge? They're out of challenges.
Yeah.
What are they reviewing? I don't understand this. I just remember, I'm like, I think they're out of challenges. That was intended for Powell.
Well, because like, he threw
Smith
it.
had a 4-yard carry before that. Yeah. Oh, they don't have the 3rd down play yet. Maybe because of, I don't understand what's going on. No, Powell, yeah, okay, on 2nd and 6, incomplete to Powell. So it should be 3rd and 6. I don't know what is being reviewed and why and can it be. Because I thought both teams already failed on their challenge, so they shouldn't have any more challenges. So we will see what they say. All right, again, 1-point games Friday and Saturday, and a 3-point game earlier today. And the team trailing by 3 missed the field goal. Oh yeah, I should see how long that was. That guy had made a 55 or 56 yarder, and then he missed it when he had a game-tying field goal attempt for San Antonio. It's that guy on YouTube. I already forgot his name.
GG9?
No. Talking about a punter who's a YouTuber or a kicker. Destroying missed the game winner. He had done fine for San Antonio. That's his YouTuber name. Destroying.
Destroying his shit.
Like DEE and then destroying. Destroying.
Is that his name or no?
I only know that that's his YouTube name. I don't know. I will try to look it up. Maybe later. Yeah, I forgot how to get to their box scores. I'll look at it later. Alright, I don't know what the call was. They're still showing the sidelines. No idea. They're showing the standings, which we know. Both teams are 2-0. St. Louis is 1-0 in the XFL conference. Renegades are 1-0 and they're 2-1. The Brahmas dropped to 0-3, 0-2 in the conference. All right, 3rd and 6, Te'amu. All right, it was a DC timeout, so that's solved. They have 2 remaining. Shotgun, 2 backs with him. Looks, throws over the middle, wide open. Number 3 catches inside the 30 at the 26. Huge play on the pass from Te'amu. He double clutched, and the guy was wide open. I don't know if they might have been in a zone, I assume. There was a guy above and behind him, or in front and behind him, but they were nowhere near. And we have a handoff for a gain of 2 to the left side. 5:14, clock is rolling. Well, actually, the clock just stopped at 5:11. We have a 2nd and 8 coming up, but maybe there's an injury.
I don't know.
I don't know. 2nd and 9 now, they're saying.
I don't know. Oh. Why? What?
I don't want to get copyrighted.
What did they have it at first?
Huh? I thought it was the way he was marking it. All right, ball is back in play. Clock rolling. 5:05. Man, this is a long game. 5 minutes to go from the 21-yard line. That looks like not 2nd and 9. Is there a penalty? Because it's 2nd and 5. 2nd and 6.
What happened?
And I think we have another DC timeout as the play clock was at 3. 4:49 remains.
I'm so confused what just happened.
I think they took their 2nd timeout. They did. Look at the
no,
left.
before that. Before that.
Yeah, I don't know how that ball was spotted. I don't know what happened. Let me refresh the play-by-play. Yeah, it says Smith rushed for 1 yard. I don't know how that could possibly be true.
It was only like 1
Then that catch was by Mickens for 25 yards. Number 3, great pass by Te'amu to hit the open man. Tackled by Fatu Kazi. And it was not at the 26, was it? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. It's 1st and 5. Okay, so there must have been a penalty. That's what happened. There was not a 1 yard carry. The TV graphics were wrong. DC has 1 timeout remaining. It's 1st and 5. It must have been offsides. It must have been offsides on St. Louis. Handoff to the left hash mark is stuffed for no gain.
Maybe like a loss of 1 maybe.
No, he got forward progress. 4:40. Clock is rolling.
That's his baby.
We got a 2nd and 5 coming up. Under 4.5 now.
Yeah,
Clock
I don't know why
rolls.
it's 2nd and 6 before the
Well, they were wrong. Alright, they're holding for subs. 2nd and 5. 4:20 to go. Clock continues to roll as they break the huddle. Let's refresh to see what that play. Yeah, they still don't have the penalty yet. Snap, back to throw, looks right, throws in the end zone. Oh, 1 hand on it, overthrew him in the end zone. 4:03, 3rd and 5. And guess what? There's a flag on the play.
I already know it's DPI. Most likely.
Probably, unless he pushed off. Unless it's OPI.
No, I think they're calling DPI.
Okay, what was the penalty? They still don't have it on their play-by-play. I'm assuming it was offsides. We have pass interference on St. Louis. That'll be a 1st down for DC. They were clutching and grabbing. 23 kind of held them. I would have called a holding. I don't think that was really DPI. I thought he held him before the ball was thrown.
And he kind of helped.
Either way, it's a first down for
yes.
defenders.
Yeah, he helped.
Either way, the play results in a first down for the defenders.
But yeah, I feel like he would call holding there, like he was holding his wrist.
They still didn't put what the heck happened. All right.
Yeah.
First and goal. Oh, a spot foul at about the 5.5. Handoff to the right between the hash marks. Still fighting at the 2, and it's finally down.
So it's the 3.
We got 3:33 in the fourth, and Dean Blandino's explaining the previous call. 25 as the clock rolls. They still don't say what happened to give them 1st and 5, though. I don't understand this.
He might be explaining that, though.
Yeah, they don't. No, they're explaining the DPI.
Oh.
So I'm assuming it was offsides. But we got shotgun, handoff to number 4. He gets maybe back to the line of scrimmage. We'll have a 3rd and goal, under 3. Critical juncture of this game, especially if you're a St. Louis Battlehawks fan. 2:52, clock rolls. Under 2:50 now. 2:45, 3rd and goal. DC only 1 timeout. St. Louis has all 3 of theirs. 2:40 as they break the huddle. Clock still rolling. 2:35, under 10 on the play clock. 2:33, in shotgun with the back to his right. Tight end in motion. Shotgun looking to throw. Throws, tipped, up in the air and caught for a touchdown. The defender, or St. Louis Battlehawks tipped it almost on an interception, and the other receiver behind him caught it. And
they should go for 2.
We got 24-15. Well, a 1-point game makes it a 2-possession game.
Oh.
They can only get 9.
Yeah, if they score 1.
They should only get a 1 to give them a 2-possession lead. Right now, they can still get a touchdown. They're going for 2. I don't understand this call.
So you're by 10.
But they're up. All they need is 1 point, and St. Louis needs 2 possessions. They can't get 10 points. Okay, they're wrong. The coach changed his mind and went for 1.
I don't know what my head was thinking.
All right, so snap. Roll out by Teamo on a keeper. He's tackled back at the 4 or 5. So it's still a 1-possession game. St. Louis could get 6 and attempt a 3-point conversion from the 10-yard line.
Okay, that's what it was.
So that's why they lined up for 2. They just showed the tip and catch. Let's refresh.
So a 1 is from the 2, a 2 is from the 5, a 3 is from the 10?
Yep. 2, 5, 10, 1, 2, 3 in the points. So they lined up from the 2. That was Powell on the 3-yard touchdown catch. Didn't see who tipped it up to him from St. Louis.
Nice hand-eye coordination.
So again, first 2 games of the week 3, 1-point margins. Today, a 3-point margin, and the team trailing missed a field goal. Now we got 2:21 left, all 3 timeouts. The team trailing by 9 will get the ball back, provided they don't fumble. The Battlehawks home team will get the ball back, provided they don't fumble the kickoff here.
St. Louis had a decent game, besides the picks.
Yeah, and St. Louis DC missed a makeable field goal, so this could be a bigger deficit.
You said the losing team missed a field goal. Battlehawks are losing.
Okay, sorry. DC,
the winning team,
with the lead, also missed a field goal, so this could be a worse deficit for St. Louis. No, I think only DC missed a field goal.
Okay.
Kick is away, taken at the goal line. Actually, inside, he kneels for the touchback. Time does not. What?
It looks like he received it at the 1.
No, he was like at the inside. He was just inside the goal line, and then he kneeled. All right, huge touchdown for defenders. Teamo with a bit of luck with that ball getting tipped and caught by the defender. His 1-point rush got stuffed for a 3-yard loss at the 5. And they have the wrong score on their own website. They have 25-15, and it's actually 24-15.
I thought he scored. He lost like a yard.
Yeah. They say it succeeds. Teamu rushed to St. Louis for 5 and succeeded. They were wrong. All right. Snap. Wilkins back to throw. Over the middle at the hash mark. Caught up near the 40. Short gain, bringing up 2nd down. Clock rolling at 2:11. Still rolling. They're not in enough of a hurry here. Are they going to get a snap before the 2-minute warning?
No, I don't think they're going.
They do at 2:01. Back to pass. Looks. 2nd and 6. Wilkins throws to the right for a gain of maybe 3. Bringing up 3rd and 3 at the 2-minute warning, which is actually at 1:53 to go.
I think it might have been
As we're nearing the 3-hour mark. I don't know exactly when the game started. They had to wait for the previous game to finish up.
Yeah, like around 2 o'clock.
So did they correct their play-by-play here? Yeah, they said 1 point fails. So they got to correct it. Nope, still have the wrong score, 25-15, even though the play-by-play says failure.
Oh my gosh.
So I assure you it is 24-15, making it a one-possession game if St. Louis can get a touchdown and successfully get a 2-point, make that 3-point attempt from the 10-yard line on either a pass or a run. No kicking for conversions in the UFL. Hey, can you pack up your soccer bag, please?
Yeah.
The clean clothes are in a bag and all your stuff needs to be put in.
Okay.
Still at commercial. We are waiting. Let's get the refresh of those last couple plays made by St. Louis. Yes, it was a pass to Sailors for 4 and then a pass again to Sailors for 2. So we should have 3rd and 4 once the 2-minute warning TV break is over.
Are those supposed to put the clothes in my bag?
Well, I keep them in that plastic bag, and you can
No,
carry
sure,
them
put the plastic
separately.
bag in the-
No, we
Okay.
can carry it separately.
Oh,
That's
okay,
fine.
My clothes have no dirt on them.
After tipped ball caught for a touchdown. ABC. All right, 153. 153. Oh, I cannot type. Try again. 53 to go at 2-minute warning. St. Louis with a 3rd and 4, I think. All right. Defender scoring drive was 11 plays for 82 yards and 6:16 of clock chewed up.
Dang, that's
Exactly
good.
what they hoped for, except for not converting the 1-point conversion.
I mean, they're
All
still
right,
not.
we
They
have
can
3rd
take
and
10
3,
yards.
they're calling it. From the 42-yard line, almost snap. They got to get to the 45. Bet rolls to the right. Wilkins looking, steps up. He's going to keep it and dive.
No, I don't think
Oh.
he got it.
It's going to be close, but he got his helmet knocked off. They're marking him short, which I guess they're saying he gave himself up. The clock is stopped at 1:35, and now it's rolling at
Still, that's a
1:30.
late hit.
Actually, 1:31. Yeah, I don't know. He didn't slide. All right, 4th and inches or 4th and 1. Unless they're going to measure. I don't know. The clock
He
is
did that,
stopped.
yeah.
I don't know what's going on. St. Louis has all 3 timeouts. They're holding.
They called it first.
They called it a first down. I don't know. Okay. Are they going to review this, though? This would be a booth review. DC certainly wants them to review this. Now the clock is reset to 1:46. That can't be right. 1:45. Back to pass. Throws right. Picked by DC on a terrible throw by Wilkins. Wow. We've had some bad throws by the quarterbacks today. Now they say there's 1:37 to go, which I don't understand how that's possible.
I'm so confused.
That's DC ball, though.
So he threw 3
St. Louis still has 3 timeouts, so they could force a 3 and out and maybe
They
have
only
some
have 1
time
fumble,
left.
right? Or do they have 2?
Huh?
The Hawks.
I think 1 what?
Did they have 1 or 2 fumbles?
I've lost count.
I think just 1.
They had 2, but they recovered one of them.
So does it count as a turnover?
The fumble does, but not the one they recovered.
Okay, so he has 3
All right, I'll
picks.
check the stats. Yeah, not good. Te'amu with 2 picks. Manny Wilkins with 2 picks. 17 to 37 for Te'amu with 243 yards. 3 touchdowns as his highlight. Wilkins only 1 touchdown. 16 to 29, 147 yards. Shotgun handoff up to the left side numbers.
40-yard line.
We'll go back to the play-by-play now. They corrected it. Boy, Te'amu.
Did they correct the score?
Yeah, they did.
Okay.
125. Why isn't St. I guess they're going to wait to take their 2nd and 3. They're not taking their timeout yet. Clock rolling. 116. I don't understand this. 112. They break the huddle. 110 to go. I am not understanding this move by St. Louis. Handoff up the middle and a first down.
Yeah,
I would
that's
think they
game.
would use their timeout here, though.
That's
Unless they're going to
yeah,
concede it.
I think the clock stopped. So
Yeah, all right. 58 seconds. They do use their first timeout.
Wait, did they though?
I think so.
Yep, okay, they did.
All right, St. Louis with a timeout. 58 seconds, a first down run for DC. Oh, we forgot to check on the Wolves game. That's all right. They're already in the playoffs. Rockford made it. They clinched yesterday.
Yeah!
Still talking about the gambling. They're under the over-under because of that failed conversion. The over-under is 29.5. They're sitting at, 39.5. They're sitting at 39. 14 seconds on the play clock. In shotgun. Another handoff to the right side at the numbers just inside the 35. Second timeout taken with 52 seconds left.
They both have 1
Second down. Each team with 1 timeout remaining. Let's
Imagine
refresh
fumble
the
6.
play-by-play.
And then the 3-point conversion.
Yeah, please don't. I'm done with this game. It's been over 3 hours. 1 yard run, I think they're saying. Well, now they're saying 2nd and 8. So, yeah, each team with 1 timeout, 2nd and 8. At the 34-yard line, any type of score puts this game on ice for DC. Shotgun, handoff, tackled for a loss, way back. Depending on forward progress, they'll have a 3rd and long with 48 seconds left. And I saw that yellow at the bottom. It's because they're talking about some show on ESPN. I was hoping it wasn't a penalty. This is going to be a 3rd and long.
11.
3rd and 11. Interesting play call. St. Louis is out of timeouts. DC will probably...
Take the field goal.
No, they're 3rd down. They'll run the ball and let the clock go.
Oh, that's true.
I don't think they risk a pass here.
Oh, definitely not. Because it's going to be pick 6.
No.
And the 3-point conversion is made.
No, Wade. No, Sin Bin Stream Son number 2. Apologies. All right. Rush for... What? Oh, they called it a run for 2. All right, 3rd and 11 from the 37-yard line. Another handoff to maybe the 33, and the clock will roll on 4th down. We've got 7 seconds difference between the play clock and the game clock. So we shall see what they do. 30 seconds. Clock is rolling. DC has 1 timeout remaining with a 4th and 6. So they'll probably let the play clock go down to 1 and call the timeout. And then maybe punt it away, or maybe send out the kicking unit for a field goal attempt. I would think they'd punt. There is the timeout with 8 seconds to go. Yeah, I don't know. No, they used their 3rd timeout. Both teams out of timeouts. Neither team can challenge. It's under 2 minutes anyways. I assume it's booth reviews. I'm not exactly sure. And I would like to eat dinner, and I would like this game to be over. But we thank you for joining Sinbin Stream here on YouTube. Please click the like button if you like what we do here, and please subscribe to Sinbin Stream on YouTube. Follow me on Blue Sky, on X, aka Twitter. Also look for me streaming live video games on Twitch and Kick, Sinbin Stream. Matt McCrane, 2 for 3, missed from 27. Yeah, he hooked a short one. He just hooked. They lined up from the left hash mark, and he hooked it left. And this is risky. I would think they would just maybe punt it out of bounds.
How much is this?
8 seconds left.
How long is it?
He's lining up for a 50-yarder from the left hash mark.
He made a 40 from the left hash.
I would maybe just punt it away after he hooked that one. But here we go.
Yeah, just punts into the back of the end zone.
Here's the snap. The hold is down. It's right down
right
the
down
middle.
the middle.
It is good. And we have 3 seconds to go, and that'll do it. DC will go to 3-0. St. Louis drops to 2-1, and they will be tied for second.
No, they will get the 6 points,
Yeah.
and then they'll get a 6-point conversion.
The best they can do is 9 points, and they need 13. So that should do it. Interesting call there, though, to boot the field goal. Maybe they're just looking to get some confidence back.
Imagine it was blocked in the surface.
All right, so they hit the over for you gambling degenerates. Make that degenerate gamblers. 3 seconds to go in the game. We should just have the kickoff. 28-15. DC leads. 3 seconds to go.
I'm going to shut the TV off.
Oh, well, wait till my stream's over. I'll handle it. You get ready to eat. 3 seconds to go. Here's the kick. And they take it at the 1, so they will return up the hash mark to the numbers. And he tries to break tackles, and near the 40, game over.
I think he had an open left.
Oh, sorry. Did I put the... Hold on. Did I put the wrong score? I think I did. Yeah, 27. Apologies. Now I'm giving the wrong score.
Yeah,
27-15 is your final. DC, your winner. That'll do it from the Sin Bin Stream Studios from my living room. Or make that dining room. We thank you for joining. Tune in tomorrow night for Blackhawks at Montreal Canadiens at 6 p.m. Central. Yeah, apologies. I'll delete that one.
Delete what?
The wrong score. 27-15. Oh my gosh, I can't type. Oh my gosh. 15 final. DC wins over STL. Alright, thanks for joining. We'll see you tomorrow night for the Blackhawks and Tuesday night at 6 p.m. at Montreal, Monday at Ottawa on Tuesday, and if not, we will see you Friday for the next XFL game here on Sinbin Stream.
Who's playing?
I will have to look that up. But until then,
Good Easter.
have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks for watching. Take care. This is Sinbin Stream signing out.